Hello, welcome to Christi's Couch. My name is Christi Lukasiak, and thanks for hanging out with me this week on the couch. So how is everyone enjoying this beautiful spring? I don't know if you're having a beautiful spring week, but we certainly are. God, I hate that I'm starting off by talking about the weather, like how mundane. But it's been really nice here lately for the last couple of days. And unfortunately, though, I've been stuck inside working. I know, working. And like every time Mark goes to take the dogs for a walk, I'm so freaking jealous. I'm like, oh, I want to go for a walk, but maybe this weekend. So what else is happening in my world? Still watching the same things, finishing up the act, watching Pharaoh versus Allen, which are you watching that? Because I think that's insane. I just can't believe just that story. It's absolutely crazy. I'm catching up on one of my old favorite podcasts. So I don't even know if I don't know if I've ever really talked about this, but I am obsessed with serial killers and murder and just the whole true crime genre. And there's a few podcasts that I listen to. Obviously, I think everyone listens to my favorite murder in that genre. But there's another one it's two friends, and it's called Hollywood Crime Scene. And they are so freaking funny. I get so jealous every time I listen to them because I wish I had a co-host that I could sit and have fun with and just talk and giggle and, be ridiculous and tell funny stories. Maybe in another life, I'll have another podcast that I'm able to do that. What else is happening in my life? Oh, I applied today to be a foster mom. Isn't that exciting? I know. Now, let me just be very clear, though. I'm not fostering humans. I applied to be a kitten foster mom because now that I know that I love baby cats, like there's little teeny cats being born all over right now because it's the spring. And I just thought, I have a lot of love in my home and I can love a cat. I just want 3 little siblings and they can lay in a kitten nest under my desk, and then I can help screen people and they can go and be adopted, and then I will just be doing great things in the world. Although, every spring I feel like I'm always doing little animal projects. So last spring, I actually hatched ducks. No. Last spring, I hatched chickens. So it was right around Khloe's birthday. So in May, we hatched little chicks, and it was from a company in Pittsburgh. Actually, I think the company is throughout the country and also in Canada. It's called Hatch the Chicken. It's freaking amazing because Homestead Fred... No joke. That's his name. Maybe it's Homestead Ted. It's Fred or Ted. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's Homestead Bob. I'm not sure. It's Homestead someone. So they show up and they bring you an incubator. And I think we had 6 eggs. And then the incubator does the whole thing. And then you have a cage with a little warming nesty thing for when they're born. And so I hatched chickens last year, and it counts down and tells you the exact day that the little chicks are going to be hatched. You can hear my pets fighting in the background, by the way. So it tells you the exact day that the little chickens are going to be hatched, and then they're born, and you watch them be born. And it's this crazy thing because I thought that once a chicken was full grown inside of the egg, you could crack it like you're making, breakfast, and the little chick would pop out. I wasn't going to crack it, but I thought they were born or fully grown inside. But really, they're still they're preemies when they're inside of the egg. And the whole hatching process is actually when they become baby chickens, because they have to hatch out of the egg themselves in order to fully form, because they have this little beak thing that has to fall off, and they have to eat their umbilical cord, and it's just this whole thing. So you have to be really careful that you don't open the incubator. And so last year I had candled them, it comes with a flashlight, and I held the flashlight up and I checked for heartbeats. And I think I saw 6 heartbeats. 6, maybe? Yeah. What?
5 were born.
Okay, wait. Shh, you can't talk yet. Sorry, please ignore the little tiny voice in the corner. So once the little chicks were hatched, like 5 were hatched, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe this other one, because there was no cracks. So I thought maybe the other one like didn't make it, because a lot of times like they don't make it. And so I opened the incubator after like a whole day, which you have to be very careful, because if you open the incubator, you can actually it can be this thing. If you let air in, it can dry out an egg that hasn't hatched yet, and then the chick can get stuck in the shell and then it can die. But I thought all of my chickens were hatched. So I opened the incubator and I took out like the 5 little fluff balls and I put them away. Well, put them in their cage, and I was like, oh my God, I have 5 little chickens. And then I went to throw away the extra eggs that I didn't think hatched in my garage. And I heard a freaking little peep coming from inside one of the eggs. It was like, meep, meep, meep. And I was like, oh my God, because I'd opened the incubator. So I panicked, of course. So then I got like on the emergency chicken hotline, and I called Homestead Jill, which she was great. And she walked me through how to be a chicken midwife, because I thought I was going to have to perform a chicken cesarean. I did not. I waited all night. I woke up every hour on the hour. I set my alarm and I went down and I checked on the chicken to make sure that it was hatching properly. And then in the morning, we had, I think that wasn't Buttercup. I think that one was Daffodil. Daffodil joined the world, and she was fine and safe, and I did not have to perform any sort of midwifery, which thank God. So then I had little chickens for what? I had them for 2 weeks. So the first week, they are the freaking cutest. Like, they're so cute, and they're these little fluff balls, and they're just like these little baby angels of chickenness. And then the second week, they turn into teenagers, and like their incubator, they line up and jump on it like a sliding board at the park, and they start throwing wood chips everywhere. And then they kept pecking each other in the eye. And then I was ready for them to leave, because they got like stinky and crazy. And then the thing is, so when the farmer comes and picks them back up, the program that I use, they do not kill the chickens, because I was going to be very traumatized if my like little chicks were going to be somebody's, like tenders. But they weren't. And they're like on the farm for school children to learn about chickens. And now they're laying their own chickens for people this spring. So the whole point is that I was like, oh, I want to hatch chickens again. But then in the fall, the Rent the Chicken people emailed me, and they were like, hey, you love the chickens, which I did. I was obsessed with those damn chickens. They were like, we have ducks. Do you want to try ducks? And I was like, sure, I'll try a duck. Like, I love the chicks. And so we hatched the ducks. And let me just tell you, the ducks were everything. This episode is sponsored by Skillshare. No matter what 2021 brings, you can spend it creating something meaningful with Skillshare's online classes, because time is what we make of it. Skillshare is an online learning community that offers membership with meaning. With so much to explore, real projects to create, and the support of fellow creatives, Skillshare empowers you to accomplish real growth. There are classes in topics like illustration, graphic design, photography, marketing, even film and music. So I took a photography and an editing class over those lockdown days, and I can tell you that I looked forward to doing something that was fun. And I definitely feel like I learned so much and improved in an area that was just fun for me. So with Skillshare, you can find inspiration in the moment and learn how to express your creativity. And Skillshare is also incredibly affordable, especially when compared to pricey in-person classes and workshops. An annual subscription is less than $10 a month. So explore your creativity at Skillshare.com/Christi and get a free trial of premium membership. That's Skillshare.com/Christi to get a free trial of premium membership. You are going to love it, just like me. I have to introduce a very special guest this week on Christi's Couch. Now, this guest is someone that I am so excited to have on the couch, because I think that she is really super cool. And I just think she has a lot of really interesting things and stories and things to talk about. But I think at first I was like, well, I don't know if this is appropriate to have her on the couch because, to be honest, she's a little younger than most of our guests. But I thought about it for a long time and I thought, okay, even though she's younger, she's very wise and she has really funny stories. So I thought, well, maybe she would be okay on the couch because I often get a lot of questions about her and for her. And so I thought it would be fun if I brought my youngest, Clara, onto the couch. So just a little backstory about Clara. Clara is 11 years old, and she was a teeny tiny baby on my hip at the beginning of Dance Mom. So if you remember me like holding a cute little baby up in the viewing area, my little tiny chubby baby is now an 11-year-old sixth grader. And Clara's lived kind of an extraordinary, I shouldn't say extraordinary. She's had some really amazing opportunities. So she's worldly, we'll say. But I just thought it would be fun to talk to her a little bit and ask her kind of like what it's like to grow up as the littlest Lukasiak, because I think sometimes it comes with a lot of pressure. And I don't know if your voice is always heard in this house because there's a lot of big mouths here. And, Clara's not the type to be silenced, though. So without further ado, please let's all welcome Clara Alexandra Lukasiak. Welcome to Christi's Couch.
Okay, first, I would just like to acknowledge that you were talking about chicks for 8 minutes.
Clara, stop trolling me. You just started. You didn't even say hello. The first thing you did was mock me. That is not kind. See, remember I said Clara's in sixth grade? I don't know if you've have any experience with sixth graders. They're horrid creatures. Sixth graders are the worst. Okay, so listen.
Wow, and you mocked me back.
I did mock you back. Now wait. Don't you think the chicks were worth talking about for 8 minutes?
No, the ducks are better.
Okay, so let's talk ducks.
Oh, no.
No, let's talk about the ducks, and then we'll talk about
fine.
you.
Fine, there were 3, right?
Yeah, we had 3 little ducklings.
3 little ducklings.
And they, how do you sound? Do you sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, so we had 3 little ducklings, and they hatched, and we named them, do you remember their names? Nutmeg.
Cinnamon. Basil.
Yes. So we had these cute little 3 ducks. Well, here is the thing about ducks. They imprint. So the first animal or creature that they bond with becomes their mother.
Or human.
Well, I said creature because it could be an animal or a human, becomes their mother. So Clara imprinted on them and became a little duckling mother. And it was potentially the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Don't you think they followed me in a line?
They followed you in a line. So anywhere Clara would go, they would run after her in a line. Did you love them?
I loved them.
They were so cute. Remember? Okay, so then we also filled up the bathtub and we put the little ducks in there and we let them swim. And then they would jump on her and fluff.
Stop.
Remember when you would sit crisscross applesauce and they would jump and they would fall through your legs whoop,
yeah,
in a hole?
I said stop because Noble's biting the cord, so.
Oh, Noble. Noble is our cat. So
he's a little bit of a brat. Oh, I rhymed.
Our cat's a brat?
No, you said he's a cat, and I said he's a little bit of a brat.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
So, Clara, how do you feel about being a kitten foster mom?
I'm really excited.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know how excited Papa will be.
I know. Well, Clara said, I told her that I filled out the application to be a foster mom, and she said, what did you say? You said, I'll bet you $5 that Dad or Papa will go. Do it?
Chris, do we really need more animals in our house?
Right. And wait, you're turning into a weird cat lady. I get that too. He always tells me that.
Yeah.
So
you are, to be fair.
Clara. So I came home and I had actually, when I picked Clara up, I had received an email from the kitty fostering area and they said, hey, you've been accepted. We're going to call you. And I told Mark, I was like, oh my God, I've been accepted as a cat mom. And what did he say, Clara? That's exactly what we heard come from the office. So I owe Clara $5.
Yeah, I need you to pay up soon, actually.
Yeah, do you have big plans for that $5?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Clara. So
gonna do big things with them.
Big things with $5. Okay, so Clara really is into the whole setup of a podcast, the microphone and the headphones and all of the gear. True?
Sure.
I feel like you like it. I feel like you like to be in charge. Like she's wearing the headphones today instead of me.
Well, because it feels weird to like talk without being able to hear myself.
Well, I can hear you.
Well, like, no, that's not what I mean. Because like you sound different on a podcast than you do in real life.
That's true. You do. Yes, I have to be very careful that I don't have a Pittsburgh accent.
You sound like your voice is more high pitched on the podcast. I've noticed.
Oh,
Yeah.
huh. Interesting. Maybe because I'm bubbly and perky and full of energy. Hi, my name is Christi Lukasiak, and I'm a Gemini Sagittarius. I was being Elle Woods. Yeah.
Wait, but what is she like a Gemini like sun and like a Sagittarius moon?
She's not either. I just got the lines wrong, Clara.
Oh.
Clara, okay, so here's the thing about sixth grade. We're going to talk about sixth grade for a moment. Sixth grade, I didn't realize how important your zodiac sign is in sixth grade.
It's just like 3 people who have an obsession about it.
Yeah, and like Clara's like, well, this girl will only hang out with Sagittarius. And I'm like, what? Like, that's the kind of thing you get in my car and tell me, right?
Yeah. And like they hate on me so much for being a Leo.
But I like Leos. Leos are like...
Literally everybody outside of like my school loves Leos.
But your school is Leo haters?
Yeah, they're Leophobic.
Leophobic. Mm-hmm. I think we should be zodiac sign inclusive.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like why? Like let's not hate on a particular sign. August is a really great birthday.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And they're like, July Leos are better. And I'm like, that's because your 2 friends who are Leos are Julys and I'm an August Leo.
Well, that's dumb. That
they're literally coming up with an excuse just to like hate on me for my zodiac sign.
Okay, Clara, okay, well, I did not have to deal with zodiac sign hatred in 6th grade. I just remember sneaking in the bathroom and putting on blue mascara.
I thought it was white. Or was it blue?
No, I had clear mascara.
Oh, that's what you were saying.
I was allowed to wear clear mascara. It just turned your eyelashes sort of white, like it flaked and made your eyelashes look like you had dandruff. Look, it was the 80s, okay?
Why did you want that?
Because it made my eyelashes like stick together so they kind of looked like when you put Vaseline on your eyelashes.
I put a gross serum on them.
You what?
I put gross serum on them. I put Vaseline on my eyebrows.
Oh, got it. Okay. But it's kind of like that same effect. But it flaked halfway through the day and then it looked like your eyelashes had dandruff.
Oh.
Yes. So then when
the 80s was interesting.
It was very interesting. And then so what I used to do, and don't get any ideas, is I had blue, pink, and purple. I actually preferred the blue. And it was colored mascara. And I kept it in my backpack. And I would go into the bathroom when I would get to school. And I'd put on my blue mascara. And then at the end of the day, I'd try to pick it off, like just pull the chunks off. And all I did was pull off all my eyelashes. So it was a bad plan from the get-go. And then you want to know what my mother did?
What?
She suspected that I was wearing makeup at school secretly, and she went and had a meeting with the teacher and humiliated me because I got in trouble. Like, he called me out in class when he saw makeup. He's like, does your mother know you're wearing that makeup? Could you imagine?
Oh, that'd be so embarrassing.
Right.
You'd be like, yay, she's finally wearing makeup if it were me.
Well, no, I don't want you to wear a lot of makeup, but I just think like a little bit of a glowy blush is pretty because you're very fair. And so just gives you a little color.
It sounded like a Pittsburgh accent.
Oh, did I say Keller?
Kind of.
No, I did not.
You did.
Clara.
No, I can't say it because I'm afraid I'm going to do it too.
Clara, you're awful. All right. So Clara, let's talk about growing up in our house because I get asked the question all the time, like, about you and how you always felt about Khloe and I being on TV. Like, did Clara have a hard time with that? And go ahead and answer.
To start off, growing up in this house required lots of tolerance for lots of animals.
No, we didn't have animals a lot until later.
Well, until like 2 years ago when we got barns.
Yeah, so we didn't have a lot of animals.
Yeah, but now I have to put up with Noble who bites me.
Okay.
Look at this.
Yeah. 2020 was a year, to say the very least, right? And I think it's definitely time to do a mental health check-in. So how are you doing really? Is there anything that you need right now? Because if so, therapy can definitely help. But what is therapy exactly? Well, it's whatever you want it to be. Therapy can help give you tools to help with motivation, depression, anxiety, battling your temper, stress, dealing with insecurity in relationships or at work or whatever it is that you need, because it's time to stop being ashamed of normal human struggles. We all go through them, and start feeling better, because you deserve to be happy. And BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. And it's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can start communicating with your therapist in under 48 hours. So join the millions of people who are seeing what therapy is really about. See if it's for you, because you are your greatest asset. And this podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and Christi's Couch listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/couch. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/couch. Let's talk about growing up in the house. So everyone always says, did you have a hard time? Did you struggle with Khloe and I being on TV?
No.
Right. Because I explain to people, you don't remember life any differently.
Yeah, I was used to it. So that's just how it...
that's just your life.
Yeah.
Your life was Khloe and I were on TV. Do you remember traveling with us when you were little?
No.
You don't remember at all?
I remember no.
You don't remember? Do you remember coming to set with me and sitting in the interview chair, or when we filmed reunion shows, you always came during the break and sat on the couch and I'd take pictures with you?
I don't remember any of that.
Really?
Really?
Huh.
I have a very odd memory. I think it was when we were going to Australia. You had a suitcase and it had Frosted Flakes in it. Is that right?
Yeah. I did.
Yeah.
I smuggled Frosted Flakes into the country.
So I could eat, because I'm picky.
Right. And do you remember? Yes, I did. And I had peanut butter and jelly too, which you're not allowed to have. So do you know in Australia, they don't really eat peanut butter and jelly? They think it's weird. Do you know what they eat instead? Vegemite. Hey, stop. Hold on, Clara. I need to put the puppies and kitties out. Okay, I had to evict the pets because they were making too much noise.
Also, no hate to Australians who love Vegemite here. It's just not my thing.
No, Vegemite was not my thing either. Did you even try it?
I think I did.
Did you like Tim Tams?
I used to.
You don't like them now?
Mm-mm.
Really?
No.
What happened? Your taste buds change?
Yeah, I don't like chocolate as much anymore.
Yeah, you're a savory girl.
Mm-hmm.
Clara
Definitely.
she'll chop your legs off for popcorn.
One time, she tried to, what's he doing?
I don't know.
Okay, she asked me for a piece of popcorn, and I took my bowl and I ran upstairs.
And you hid in your room.
Mm-hmm.
You're so selfish with your popcorn.
I am generous with anything else. Well, most of other things, but
subjective or TBD. TBD.
Oh.
Okay, so let's get back to the question. So you don't really remember growing up the dance moms part of anything?
No, I have weird little nibbits of memories, but it's not the general idea.
Okay, well, what's the memory that you remember?
I remember crawling on the stairs of the dance moms
Yeah,
yeah
the viewing room,
Mm-hmm.
dance jail. We called that.
I was in the jail a lot. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to.
Yep.
I remember crawling on the it wasn't the upside but the back side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember crawling on that.
Do you know there's
I think I remember. I'm not gonna say that because that might be a health violation.
What?
Whenever I licked the bus.
Oh, the bus. Clara licked the bus window. She was on the bus with us, and she licked the window.
I remember it.
And why did you lick the window of the bus? Clara, it was terrible. Why would you do such a thing?
I don't know. It's probably why I have a strong immune system now.
I would think. I would definitely think. But it was
And then another time I danced a little. I got Auntie Anne's, and then there was this pretzel, and I thought it was shaped like a cowboy boot, and so I danced it all across the plane, and then I ate it.
I remember that as well. So Clara was you were kind of the secret of the show. Oftentimes you were there, but we just wouldn't see you on camera. And then you'd see a clip of us on the bus and you'd be hanging out with Mackenzie. And then people would be like, wait, is Clara there? Mm-hmm. So we kept you there, but often you were off camera.
Out of sight.
Out of sight. out of sight with the babysitters.
And then I remember like one time, like whenever I was licking the bus, I also like smeared my French fry on it.
Clara,
I was a disgusting child. I'm a different person now, guys. I promise.
Okay. Well, you were a baby, but I was always like, oh God, oh God. All right. So yeah. So like, I guess the life wasn't any big deal. Like you grew up with cameramen and sound guys and booms and just in general.
Yeah.
And like I started you on Instagram back when you were little just because you were like a cute little kid, you know? And I was like, oh, we'll just throw up some video. Or
we did an OOTD for a long time every day.
Oh, we did do an OOTD. I forgot about that. And then we started your YouTube channel that you used to do really funny things on. But you've kind of let that go.
Yeah.
But
I want to get back into both, but I don't know. I just need to find the motivation first.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get it. 6th grade's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. What do you think you would do on your YouTube channel now?
I have no clue.
You're really good at like makeup looks, so you could do makeup tutorials.
I could.
Even though you don't wear makeup to school, but like you do makeup in your bathroom for fun.
Mm-hmm. I did like a Queen of Hearts look once.
That was cool. You know, Khloe did a Queen of Hearts solo.
Oh, she did.
She did.
Okay. Your favorite solos were always like star something, right?
Dream on a Star, Lucky Star. Yeah, I mean, there's other ones, but Silence. Do you remember Silence? She had a piece of tape on her. Oh, Clara's never seen Dance Moms. I always forget about that.
Yeah.
Well, you've seen 2 episodes.
Yes, I on my YouTube channel I watched the first 2, and
So you've seen just 2 episodes.
And I do remember the one I was on most recently when I got slammed on a gurney.
Yeah, you were on that one when Khloe went back to MDP and Clara made a cameo in that dance.
Mm-hmm. So I can say I was in a Dance Moms dance.
You were in a Dance Moms dance. You know, that's very impressive things to say to people.
Mm-hmm.
But you were always like, you were very much a part of Dance Moms. Like, even though you don't necessarily remember it. Season 1 when the girls had like their little pink jackets with their names on the back and rhinestones.
Did I get one?
Yeah.
Aw.
You were like a little baby and you had Clara and like we would take you around. Like you were like our pet.
As a pet.
You were like our mascot.
Okay.
Mascot's fair?
But aren't mascots like supposed to be like the face of the thing? And then you said I was never seen?
Well, I don't know. You were like our cute little sidekick. You were always adorable and cute and like with us.
Like Pascal.
You were like Pascal.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So YouTube, we're going to get back to. All right. So let's see. I get asked all the time. Now, one thing about you, I will say, I get asked often how you and Khloe are similar and different. Do you think you guys are similar?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Interesting.
But we're also very different.
Yeah. What do you think is similar about you and Khloe?
I think we're both very stubborn, but like in a good way.
That's not a good thing if I'm your mother. Okay.
It's good. Very good.
Okay.
We get what we want.
Yeah. Ish. Okay. How else are you similar?
We both don't like online school.
You both don't like online school. You both like books.
Yeah. I need to get back into reading.
Yeah.
I've really fallen out.
Yeah. Well, that's something I get asked all the time from you are book recommendations from like other kids your age. So what would you recommend?
Well, let's finish with the similarities and difference. And
good thinking, Clara. You like to be very organized. Yeah. Okay. So
or else I know you would have spiraled out.
Okay. All right. Keep me in check. Okay, so similarities. You guys like books. You're both very stubborn. Mm-hmm. I think you're both very thoughtful.
Yeah.
I think you're like...
We definitely both try to be.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
How are you different?
Let me just give you an example. I listen to music to fall asleep and she listens to white noise.
Okay.
So I just think that shows a lot.
Oh, okay. I didn't think about that. Well, let's see. How else are you different? Well, Khloe lives for a family hike and Clara tries to break her own leg.
I hate hikes so much.
And you try to break your own leg so you don't have to go with us.
Yeah, I'll be like, guys, I think I'm dying. I should just lay in bed all day.
Mm-hmm.
And Papa's like, why don't you do 10 push-ups and then you won't have to go? And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go.
Okay. What else? I would say, now here's something that I think is interesting. Even though you guys are 8 years apart, you fight like maniacs.
Yes, but we're also best friends. We just gotta keep that
like
in mind.
Yeah. You mean when you guys are putting holes in my doors?
It's called antics.
That's not antics.
Actually, there's not a hole in your door. There's a hole in my door.
Well, I own the house.
Okay, because we were play fighting one time. It was play fighting.
Okay.
And I ran in my room and locked the door, right? And then she started kicking it. And so now I have a hole in my wall because she kicked it so hard that she broke it.
It's your door.
Yeah, it's not like a hole. It's like a crack. And she told me she would replace it, but she never did.
Well, we need to have somebody replace it. That's me. I need to have it replaced. But yeah, you guys are obnoxious when you start screaming and running and like beating each other up.
But it's really funny.
I bet. It's not funny if you're listening to it downstairs because it sounds like I have a pack of hyenas upstairs.
Well, you kind of do.
Kind of. I do. Well,
because you have me and Khloe, Barnes and Noble, and then Maggie's probably caught in the middle of it all.
Kind of. So, all right, something exciting that we can share. What is happening this week?
Khloe's coming home.
Khloe's coming home.
Yeah, right. Well, she will be home by the time you're listening to this.
Yeah, she's actually landing right now.
Yeah, and my dad's picking her up.
Mm-hmm. She surprised us and decided to come home.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see her. We haven't seen her since, what, Christmas time?
I think so.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It'll be fun. And I was thinking, like, maybe we'll surprise her and go out to LA for, like, Easter or something, but we have to make sure that we can travel.
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
Clara's very COVID conscious.
Yeah, because, like, I feel bad that, like, you know, her one friend who hasn't been, like, who lives in Australia with her parents right now, she hasn't been able to, like, come back to the USA in, like, 9 months because she's stuck there.
Quarantining.
So, like, I feel bad that, like, we're just gonna, like, go, like, oh, let's go hop out to LA.
Yeah. No, I get it. I do. I also get a little stir crazy and I'm like, well, we're just going to sit in Khloe's apartment. But there you are again, keeping me in line, my little bean. So, okay, a couple of other things I get asked all the time.
Wait, hold on. Book recommendations.
Oh, book recommendations, Clarice.
Oh, God, you're really out of it today. Okay.
Or per norm, per usual.
So right now, like, I'm kind of reading it, but, like, kind of not. Because, like, anytime, like, I get in, like, I manage to get the motivation to read, I'm reading this. It's, like, the Lunar Chronicles series.
What is it?
Lunar Chronicles.
Lunar Chronicles.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's, well, I guess you'll find out if you read it.
But tell us a little bit about it.
It's about, like futuristic, like sci-fi type thing. Kind of dystopian. The first book's about, like, this cyborg, and then she fixes, like, the prince's robot. Mm-hmm. And then, like...
You say like a lot.
Yeah.
Stop saying like.
I get it from you.
No, I don't. Do I say like a lot? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
And I noticed whenever you were doing the intro, you said frickin' a lot.
Frickin'?
Yeah.
Don't say frickin'.
Oh, my God.
Don't say that word. All right. Well, another question. So Lunar Chronicles, that's what you recommend.
And then for, like, my school project, most recently, I read... The Girl Who Drank the Moon. That was really good. Yeah, but the only thing I have to say about that is I probably would have enjoyed it if I read it when I was younger.
Because you're a more sophisticated reader.
Yeah.
You are an advanced reader.
And, like, kind of the series that, like, really got me in love with reading, like... My first fantasy series was, like, The Sisters Grimm. But which
was Khloe's, too.
Yeah. But what made me really fall in love with reading was Percy Jackson and, like...
Oh, you loved Percy Jackson.
And, like, Harry Potter, too. I mean, those are kind of, like, the basics.
Yeah. I remember how much you loved Percy Jackson.
Yeah. I had a Pinterest board that, like, of everything I would take if I got to go to camp there.
Aw, that's cute.
It was, like, an obsession.
I love that.
Yeah.
You also...
And I used to, like, write out my entire life and, like, I would, like, write stories about, like, every day there.
Aw.
Yeah.
I also remember when you used to, like, find, Harry Potter bound outfits. Like, if I was a Hufflepuff, I would wear this.
Yeah, I remember that, too. Sorry.
That's okay. That's funny. So, yes, you were always my Pinterest lover. Mm-hmm. My Pinterest. Now you like TikTok.
I still like Pinterest a lot, though.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So another question I get asked about you all the time is, do you dance?
I did. How many years?
I think you danced for 6.
Yeah, I danced for 6 years.
Do you want to talk about how much you hated it?
I hated it. I despised it. I'm sorry if you guys were hoping for me to be like, yeah, I loved it. It just wasn't for me. No.
You
I
hated
hated
it.
it.
Why did you hate it?
I don't know, but like I just had a deep I dreaded it every day when I had to drag myself out of the house and like go and do something I didn't like for like 3 hours every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You liked ballet.
I did like ballet, but like it still got boring, you know.
Yeah.
Then I quit like 2 years
ago.
and then now I do swim.
And you're really good at swim.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome. And what else did we discover that you love? And you ice skated for a long time.
Yeah, I did. But then COVID happened and like I stopped doing it, and then like I just told them like how I just didn't think it was worth it anymore.
Because you didn't ice skate a ton. But what is your new love that you just discovered?
Skateboarding?
No, you don't skateboard. You like kind of skateboard.
No, I try to go out as much as I can and practice.
Oh, no. The other thing that you discovered last year that you're really good at that I am not good at.
Swimming?
No, skiing.
Oh, skiing.
You're a really good skier.
Yeah. Yeah.
You are. Did you do a black diamond yet?
No, but I've done a blue square.
I don't know what a blue square means.
Well, actually, I have done a very tiny black diamond.
Oh.
But it was just like a little part before like the big hill in Hidden Valley. But I want to do a black diamond at Hidden Valley. I don't know if I can do one at Seven Springs yet, but I can definitely do one at Hidden Valley.
All right, got it. I don't know what that means. I went to the bunny slope once, and
then you fell, and then you got frustrated and took off your skis and walked down.
I rolled down that hill, and then I was so mad.
And then this guy was like, "Here, do you want any help?" And she was like, "No, get away from me."
I was like, "Don't touch me!" I was so mad. I thought I was going to be like this cute little ski bunny and be like, swish, swish. And I was like, ah!
Slalom.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means. But yes, no, I wasn't. It was terrible. I hate skiing.
So
and your dad kept saying, put your skis perpendicular to the mountain. I'm like, I don't know what that means. It was awful. It was awful. So you guys ski...
Perfect. Yeah, it is perpendicular.
It's you guys ski and I will sit like next to the fire where I'm warm. But I did like the outfits. I thought they were cute.
Yeah, you were trying to be like an aesthetic little Instagram blogger with them.
Yeah, that's always my goal.
I know.
Well,
no. Sometimes it's Moira.
Oh, I'm Moira today.
Yeah,
I'm dressed like Moira Rose.
Moira from Schitt's Creek.
Clara, I have something to tell you about Schitt's Creek.
Wait, hold on. Let me finish telling them.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all obsessed with that show, and she aspires to be Moira every day.
Yeah,
I aspire to be David.
Well, everybody likes David, but I think that...
Khloe and I are David.
Kind of, yes.
Yes.
Okay, I mean, yes, I am Moira. But, okay, so Clara realized one day that, like, Roland shit... It was his name, and she like started cracking up because she realized what it was, and then she realized that their son's name was Mutt Shit. And last night they were talking about the grandfather, and his name is Horace Shit.
Really?
Yeah. So his name is Horace, but it sounds like horse, and their last name is Shit. So Horace Shit.
Is that like? Did they do that on purpose?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, I figured. But
did you know that Dan Levy, who's David, is one of the big writers of the show? Like, he writes a lot of it.
And then... Oh,
Eugene?
no, I'm thinking about The Office.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was going to say, and then...
Well, Clara likes The Office, too.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Office character?
Well, I have to admit, like, it's funny, but if I actually worked there, I would hate everybody there, besides, like, Jim and Pam.
Yes, but I do feel like you and Dwight are soulmates. Clara gets so mad when I say that she's Dwight.
I am not Dwight.
You're kind of Dwightish.
I am not. I used to be Dwight. I'm not anymore.
You just called me out 7 times on things that I did. Are you Dwight?
I'm not Dwight.
Okay.
That's comedy.
Okay. All right. Sorry. I didn't realize.
Okay. Really thinks he's Michael.
He does think he's Michael. Well, you know, he like tortured his employees and stuff for a while.
No, I know.
Yeah.
No, well, one time when it was Take Your Child to Work Day, I watched him like torture his employees for a whole day.
But he thinks he's funny.
Yeah.
And people think he's funny. No? No, I know people think he's funny. Like when I go to work stuff, although they probably are just telling me that because I'm his wife and they have to.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. Okay. So no dance. You're a swimmer. What's your favorite stroke? Butterfly.
No, no, not butterfly. Although I did realize something. I'd been doing it wrong for like a year, and then I realized it was a lot. It's still very hard, but a lot easier than when I figured it out.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but it's still very hard.
Still very, yeah.
Breaststroke for like a cool down stroke, but if it's just like regular, probably free.
Okay.
Everybody loves backstroke because they can quote unquote breathe, but I hate it because first you go under and then water flies up all up your nose whenever you're starting, and then like every time you go back, like water splashes in your face. So okay. I hate it.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I used to be really good at it, but
I think you're a good backstroker.
I mean, I still am, but I don't like it.
I like being a swim mom.
It's way better than being a dance mom.
How do you know? Have you ever been a dance mom?
No, but I know there's a lot less fighting.
And there's a lot less prep. When we have a swim meet, like I can show up, I don't have to put your eyelashes on.
Nope.
I don't have to fix your hair.
You just have to bring peanut butter crackers for me.
Peanut butter crackers and a towel. That's about it. And some water.
Yeah. And sometimes a jacket.
Yeah, a jacket. So, yes.
Or else she'll be like, you look freezing.
I do always think Clara's freezing.
And Kendall and I have decided we're putting our towels next to each other every time now.
Oh, well.
Because we weren't as good friends whenever, like, it was, like, meat season. But now that, like, we're going back and we're closer. And, like, once meet start again, we're putting our towels next to each other.
Love that. I do love a swim friend. Okay. So, let's see. Who is the funniest person in the family?
Me.
No. It's me.
No, it's not.
Okay, rank us. Put us in a funny pyramid.
Okay, can I not include myself because I know I'd be the funniest?
Oh God. Oh, so you're at the top of the funny pyramid.
Yeah, but I don't want to like seem narcissistic, so I'm not including myself.
Okay.
Okay.
Clara, remember, I owe you $5 and I can take it back.
I still have plenty of money in my wallet.
I know. Clara, like, hoards money.
I don't know where I find it, but, like, sometimes I'm like, oh, how much money do I have in my wallet? And then I check and I'm like, is this $400?
Because you save every penny that you've ever got in your entire life from every birthday and every tooth fairy, and you just put it in your wallet. And then I look and I'm like, oh, my God, how does she have so much money?
The word would be gotten.
You what?
You said got. It would be gotten.
Oh, my God. Clara is the red pen of life. I think it's worth mentioning that...
Wait, I still want to rank us.
Okay, rank us, and then I'm going to brag about you.
Oh, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Papa, Khloe,
At the bottom. Am I at the top?
No.
Oh, Papa's at the top. I'm at the bottom. You little shit. Oh. Okay, I'm at the bottom. I'm at the bottom of the funny pyramid. I think I'm funny.
We're all really funny, but like, your sense of humor is just not mine.
Ugh. Okay, whatever. Have you ever seen the dances I do in the kitchen? They're very entertaining.
Those are not funny.
Those are very funny.
Nope.
Have you seen me on TikTok? I'm hilarious.
No, we don't speak of that. You don't know what TikTok is, remember?
Clara.
No, what?
One of the biggest tragedies of Clara's life is if I post a TikTok and it ends up on her friends' pages or her friends' For You pages at school.
Because they always do, and then they send them to me, and I'm like, not me, who's that?
Yeah.
My last name is Smith. I don't know what you're talking about.
Clara, I am a funny TikTok mom.
No.
Clara!
No.
Give it to me.
No.
People like my TikToks.
Not my friends.
No. Your friends make fun of me? Clara!
I might inspire it, but...
Clara! Oh, God. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I've been mocked before. I will be mocked again. I will live through it. Yeah, 6th grade, like I said, there's a lot of unspoken rules that I break.
Yeah, I don't know where they come from.
I know.
It confuses me just as much as it confuses you.
I know. Like the other day, I tried to talk to you in the car at school, and you said, don't make eye contact with me when we're here. Remember?
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
No, I
when
didn't.
I dropped you off at school
I,
the other day, you did say that to me.
Maybe as a joke, but
you were
I
like,
did
no eye contact.
That was a joke then.
Okay. All right. But so today it was 55 degrees and Clara wore shorts to school because it was summer weather.
It is summer. It was 70 degrees to be fair.
Okay, but when you left at, 8 a.m. this morning, it was
Yeah, and then I went in the
55.
building, and then by the time I went back out, like for like recess, it was like 60s, 70s.
Okay, so I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I had my car cleaned today. I picked you up from school. My car was sparkling. How did you get mud all over my car?
I didn't.
You did.
I didn't.
Except you did.
It was probably blood
It was not blood.
from my little...
Oh, no. Okay, now that sounds like that we were in a slasher film.
No,
You have like a little scratch on your face.
that I picked at, and then it like exploded.
It was bleeding, but it wasn't blood in the car. It was
Well, like
mud.
maybe if it dried.
No, it was mud, Clara. There was mud everywhere.
Okay, it's not my fault.
You're like a little pig pen.
I blame Noble.
You blame Noble.
I blame Noble.
Pig pen. You get in my car and you destroy it. All right,
I think
so
it's your fault.
what are you most excited to see and do with Khloe?
Not hike.
Clara, we're hiking.
Topgolf.
Topgolf. Do you guys want to make homemade spaghetti, like homemade pasta one night? Not spaghetti, but linguine.
I thought it tasted good, but I didn't think it was like that exciting. Like you guys were all like, "We're gonna make homemade pasta," but I'm like, it sounds kind of boring.
I thought you liked making it, like with the machine and the noodles.
I thought it was like an interesting process, but
You don't want to do it again? Oh, you have to say no because they can't see you shake your head and look at me with those eyes.
I shook my head and looked at her with those eyes.
So that's a no. All right, that's fine. Okay. So one thing I will say about Clara is, so you are 11 and you're in 6th grade.
You said that a couple of times.
I know, but you are a young 6th grader.
Because very young.
Because your birthday's in August.
Yeah, I could even be in 5th grade. Like there's
my God.
There's an 11-year-old who comes down every day, like when I'm in with Mrs. Wharf's.
And they're in 5th grade?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's an 11-year-old who comes down, and I'm like, you're the same age as me?
Yeah.
But everybody's decided that I wouldn't make a good...
A good 5th grader?
Yeah. So.
No, you barely make a good 6th grader because you're like an adult.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, well, I think, so can I brag about you? I know that you don't want me to, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Sure, I guess.
So Clara is a gifted student, and...
I'm not that gifted.
Well, you're pretty smart. Like, we had to decide if we were going to have you skip a grade and if we're going to have you graduate early. So you would graduate from high school when you're 16, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to do that.
That means I would have gotten my driver's license when I was in my senior year, so I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Plus, that means you'd go to college when you were 16.
Yeah.
No,
I'd move out when I'm 16.
That's no for me. That's a no. Unless you took a year off and we traveled.
Oh my God.
We would travel.
I could take like a year to like, explore myself. Like just by myself.
No, you're not exploring by yourself. No, you would explore with your mother. You're 16. So if COVID lifts, like all of the lockdown stuff, I want to go live in Italy for 4 or 5 weeks this summer. And
that'd be really exciting.
Yeah.
But I have to say, I would miss Barnes too much.
I would miss our pets.
Can you guys guess that I have a favorite out of Barnes & Noble?
Well, you just don't like Noble because he bites.
He bites me a lot.
He does bite a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything that you've always wanted to ask me about, like, I don't know, anything? Don't ask me anything crazy.
I'm definitely going to ask you something crazy now.
Okay. I wonder if they can hear you moving on this chair.
Probably. Because, like, this picks up everything.
Doesn't?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's it like to think that you're a cool mom?
Clara, I don't think I'm a cool mom. I know I'm a cool mom.
Whenever you have a sweatshirt that says, I'm not a regular mom, I'm a cool mom, that automatically makes you uncool.
Clara, she's such a little brat.
I get it from you.
I know. And
actually, no, I get it from Papa.
But when people ask me which child is more like the other parent, and I say that you're like me, you get so mad.
I'm not like you.
You're kind of like me.
I'm not like you. La 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 la.
Why don't you want to be like me? I'm a cool mom.
You're not a cool mom.
Clara, I object.
And I agree with myself.
I object. Well, what would make me be a cool mom?
If you didn't try to convince yourself you're cool. And if you got off TikTok.
Clara, I'm staying on TikTok. That makes me cool.
No, it doesn't. It absolutely does not.
Actually, a lot of my TikToks go viral. I'm just saying. Should we do a TikTok when we're finished with this interview?
Nah.
Why? I learned some of the dances.
I really want to go do my homework so I can hang out with Khloe when she gets home.
Oh.
And I have to like graph triangles and stuff.
Oh, have you learned the Pythagorean theorem yet?
No, I just realized I was looking at the 7th. I'm going to learn it next year. But I was like looking at the 7th grade textbook that we're using because we're like going to the back, like the letters instead of the numbers.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, so like it's like there's 10 lessons and like it's like numbers and like that's what you use whenever you're doing the regular school, but since I'm doing like the advanced, we go to the letters.
Okay.
But I don't know if I'm going to learn this next year. I don't know how my new gifted teacher's going to do it, but was looking through the 7th grade textbook and one of the lessons was the Pythagorean theorem. So.
Pythagorean theorem. I will tell you this. Although wait, what
it's
do you
useless?
Well, for me, but you want to be what? An astrophysicist? You did want to be an astrophysicist.
I did, but like now I'm considering like being an author or like an author and an artist.
Oh, Clara is a very good artist, which I think you get from Grammy.
Both of my Grammys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
well, one great grandma and then one grandma.
Yeah. I always, when you wanted to be an astrophysicist for a long time, I didn't know what that meant. And I used to say, Claire, what does that mean? And you would say,
I'm not telling you.
Yeah, like she wouldn't explain it to me. Yeah. I'm not dumb.
I just don't have the patience to explain it to her.
Right. Well, do you want me to tell you?
What?
I wasn't gifted as a child.
How did you get in?
Because I'm smart. But here was the thing about it is that
the standards were lower in the 80s.
Shut up, Clara. That's rude. Don't be rude. It was that once I was in the gifted program, I was like smart for a while. And then I thought to myself, yeah, I don't
belong here.
I don't belong here. Like I definitely didn't belong here. I remember like in 2nd grade, one of our spelling words was like aerodynamic. And I was like, yeah, I don't belong here.
AERODYNAMIC.
Okay, you're in 6th grade. I was in 2nd. Different.
I knew how to spell that in 2nd grade because Papa tried to explain like aerodynamics of a cow to me, and I'm like, what does this
mean? Of a cow?
I don't know. I was like, what does this mean?
Oh, sometimes you just have to ignore him.
I do.
I don't mean to
He's like, they're dad jokes. And I'm like, they're not funny ones, though.
Yeah, no. Dad jokes are not. See, you think you gave him top of the pyramid for funny.
Yes, because he's funny whenever he stops trying.
But when he does dad jokes, that's not funny.
No, I only laugh because I'm laughing at him.
Got it.
And he's like, oh, so you're laughing. And I'm like, I'm laughing at you, not with you.
Yeah, for sure. Again, it's terrible to be trolled by a 6th grader. Well,
as John Mulaney most famously said, is because they always know what you're insecure about.
Yes. All right. Don't tell people you watch John Mulaney. They're going to judge me for letting you watch that. It's not appropriate. Stop.
Okay.
Erase that. Clara does not watch John Mulaney. She doesn't even know who that is.
Who is that?
Right. Exactly.
I heard like one time by somebody who was like a comedian or something.
Something like that.
That he's not even funny.
He's not funny at all. Horse in a hospital. Something like it. All right, Clara. Well, I can't thank you enough for hanging out on my couch and answering my questions all about growing up as the littlest Lukasiak. So thanks for coming. Did you have fun?
Yeah, I had lots of fun. I guess I'll say it. You're a kind of cool mom. Kind of.
Oh my God. All of my dreams have now come true.
Kind of.
Okay.
I'll take it back.
Don't take it back. Don't crush my dreams.
I'll take it back if you keep being so excited.
Okay. I mean, it's fine. Whatever. Whatevs.
We don't say whatevs.
Okay. Whatever. I mean, okay, Clara. Thank you so much for coming and visiting. But you know what? Before we wrap it up, let's just, I don't have any questions. Usually people write in and ask like advice questions that we could answer, but I don't have any advice questions this week. So
wait, let's see if I can come up with something. Okay, so let's say that you have a really small cat, right?
A what?
A really small cat.
A really small cat?
Okay. Let me start at the beginning. So I have a sister, right?
Okay.
And she lives on the other side of the country.
Okay.
And so she came home, right?
Okay.
And she brought a cat with her that she found by a dumpster.
Okay.
And
this all sounds very familiar.
And then she left him with me, right? And let's hypothetically,
okay,
let's say this cat abuses me.
Okay.
What do I do?
You just love that cat.
No, I can't do that.
And eventually he'll just stop.
Nope, I can't do that.
He doesn't abuse you.
He hates me.
No, he doesn't hate you. He's just...
He doesn't abuse me.
Oh.
I'm showing her all the scratches he's given me.
Well, just don't touch him.
I don't.
He just comes after you?
He targets me.
He does not target you.
Yeah.
Look, just leave that little kitty in my room. I will love him.
Okay, close the door.
Your outfit is Claire looks so darn cute today. She's wearing the cutest little outfit.
Thank you.
You know what? We definitely have to post that on Instagram. People need to see it. You've got cute style, kid.
Okay.
When you're not wearing like dark, edgy clothes. Because sometimes we're dark and edgy here.
Erdy.
What?
Moody. But in cursive.
What did you say?
But in cursive.
You said moody in cursive? I don't know what that means.
Murdy.
I don't get it. Is it a thing?
Yeah. But you wouldn't get it because you're a Gen X.
All right. On that note, we're going to wrap it up. Okay. So tell everyone what they can do to find you on Instagram. Look up. What's your name?
Look up Clara Lukasiak and ignore like any post that isn't super recent.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And then you also are going to be back on your YouTube. So maybe on your latest.
I'm going to start like posting more on Instagram. So like, okay, after like the post after like whenever you're listening to this, the post that you see after this, not the most recent one. How do I explain this?
The one that you're wearing little. Okay.
Hold on. So, ignore any post besides one that says like March 10th, Wednesday.
Okay. I don't get it. What are you trying to say?
Don't look at any of my other posts.
Okay.
They're horrendous.
All right. But maybe we can say, leave a comment on your most recent Instagram and tell you what you want to see on your YouTube channel.
Maybe I could say that.
Well, let's say it.
Okay.
All right. Let's get people
Maybe hypothetically, I'll say it.
Okay. Hypothetically. And then you could start to get ideas. But I'm going to say this. If you like this podcast, the biggest thing that you can do is
check me out.
No. Well, yes, check Claire out. But go and rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. Even if you just jump on really quickly and do a quick 5-star click, it helps me more than you will ever know. And so I appreciate that so, so much because it actually does help me rank and it helps people to find us. And I'd love to keep doing this podcast, but I can't do it without your help. So if you do that, I'll love you forever.
For comparison, so like let's say you come across a TikTok and somebody's asking like for help with something that like a GoFundMe or something, and like you feel bad to just scroll, but like you don't want to like sit through like a whole 1-minute video either. You just like it and then you scroll. Do that with her podcast.
Okay, there we go. And that's how you can help people on TikTok as well.
Yes.
Well, Clara, thank you so much for hanging out on my couch. You were fun. Maybe you're my co-host, huh?
I could be your co-host. I'm pretty fun, right?
Pretty fun at times. Ish. I can't say you're fun because you did say I was cool at the end, but I'm not allowed to discuss it. And where'd you get that necklace from?
My closet?
No, it was not from your closet. It was from my jewelry closet.
No, it was from that bin right there.
Okay, but that's my jewelry.
Now it's mine. I told you that a couple times.
Okay, so
it's mine now.
Welcome to my world. Oh my God, Khloe's coming home. I need to lock my closet because she's a shopping thief too. You're a thief and she's a thief. I need to go lock the closet.
I only stole one thing from you.
Starting. All right, well.
And it's just a piece of jewelry that you've never worn.
Because it's new. You took a new one.
Mine now.
All right. Well, thanks again for listening. Have an amazing week, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, besties.
If you want to be the most interesting person at the cocktail party, well, hop on over and listen to the Brain Candy podcast.
Our award-winning content will have you laughing while you're learning.
We read all the best articles, books, and studies and keep up with new TV shows, documentaries, and pop culture. And then we cram it all into 2 shows a week.
Conspiracy theories, cannibal rabbits, unsolved mysteries, the history of the Walkman. There's something for everyone.
The Brain Candy podcast. Find our link in the show notes.
Or simply search for the Brain Candy podcast on your podcast app.